Living a cozy life doesn't have to be expensive, and I created a cozy life for myself without spending a lot of money. And I managed to do that because I defined what a cozy life means for me. If you go on the internet or you search on Google, cozy means a feeling of comfort, warmth, and relaxation. So basically, coziness is a feeling, and that's why I say that I defined what cozy means for me, because my idea of cozy doesn't have to look like someone else's idea of cozy, because at the end of the day, it is a feeling. I'm not gonna feel what another person is feeling. Since it's the autumn season and it's a bit too cold, this year's autumn feels a whole lot cold. But so a lot of people, it's like autumn doesn't exist anymore. It's like we're in winter. But if we're being honest, this is like the perfect time for you to get into coziness and just embrace coziness. But then, how do you do that if what you see on social media looks different to what you want? Or how do you do that when coziness looks expensive based on what we see on social media because of over consumerism? I feel like this thing of chasing aesthetics, it makes you think that in order for you to feel a certain life, to live a certain life, you need to have certain things. For example, someone could be out there thinking that in order for them to live a cozy life, you have to have a specific blanket, you have to have a specific kind of heater, you have to have a specific kind of carpet. You need to have all of these things out there so that for your home to look cozy, because of the aesthetics that we have out there. Because there's always this specific narrative or category of things that, oh, okay, your home will qualify under cozy if you have 1, 2, and 3. Your life will qualify as cozy if this is how you are living your life, this is what you're doing, this is what you spend your money on. But if you're being honest, right, what defines coziness for me can be different to what defines cozy to someone else, because we have different personalities, we like different things, so we're gonna feel different feelings when it comes to specific things. One thing about me, I don't go out a lot, so it's important for me to live in a home that is a safe space, to be surrounded by things that make me happy, because I don't like going out. So if my home doesn't bring me peace, or if I'm not surrounded by things that bring me peace, or if I don't do things that bring me some sort of joy, then it's just gonna make me depressed, because I spend a lot of time at home. So for me, in order for me to create a cozy life, I have to reimagine what my home should actually look like, because I spend most of my time there and my home is my safe space. So for me, a cozy life means being in a safe space. That's what it means for me, creating a safe space for myself. Another thing that I don't like, it is being in a place that is very cold. Like, I don't like cold places, it just doesn't work for me. Like, I'm sitting here right now and I have the heater on because it's so cold. I don't want to feel cold at all. I just don't want the feeling of coldness, whether it's summer or winter, whenever. I just don't like coldness. It's just not for me. Maybe that's why I like more warmer seasons, but then it turns out autumn is my favorite season. I don't know why, but I just love autumn. Or maybe it's because this is the time where I get to feel a sort of warmth, a sort of coziness. Because when you think of autumn, you think of warm colors, you think of yellow, you think of brown, you think of orange. Like, everything is just so cozy about autumn. So maybe that's why I love autumn so much, because it brings out the coziness in me. Like, it brings out the cozy theme. Like, I'm able to be at my happiest. My whole entire life I've always been in cozy spaces, and this starts back when I was still living at home and I had my own bedroom. So my bedroom, it wasn't really my dream bedroom. There's certain things that I wanted to do. I wanted it to look a certain way, but then yeah, I was limited to what I can do. So I decided to just work with what I had. The most comment I used to get about my bedroom is that it was cozy and it felt very warm, and I couldn't feel that at the time. For me, it was just, I just saw it as a safe space for me. That's what it was. So at the time, coziness didn't make sense. I didn't even know that I liked cozy spaces. So I was just this creative young girl just trying to, make her dreams become a reality, spend time with my hobbies. That was just me. But yeah, and then after a while, after I moved out of the house, I had to get my own apartment. I didn't even have furniture, but still, I was still able to make it as warm and as cozy as ever. I was limited with what I could buy because you're a student, you don't have enough money. So after living in an apartment, I've moved around a bit. So after that season of me living in an apartment, the places that I lived in, the most common thing or the common theme with the places that I lived in, it was that they were cozy. It didn't matter how it looked like, it didn't matter what I had, I didn't have, but it was that it was so important for the space to feel cozy. It was so important for the space to feel like a warm hug. And I had to do that because it is what made me more comfortable. It was good for my mental health because I'm someone who goes through a lot of anxiety, so that helped a lot. And I'm sure you're probably thinking that, okay, I'm explaining this whole thing of coziness, but then how did I actually create it for myself? So how I created it is by using what I have, right? And working with what God gave me, which is, the first thing is crocheting. So in all the spaces that I've lived in, there's always something that's crocheted. I would crochet a few items for myself, and I would make sure that, I have one fleece blanket, you get it, or if I have stuff or furniture or stuff that feel cold, right, I would try to make them as warm as possible, right? Let's say, for example, you have like a leather couch, right? So if you want to make it feel warm, you can put in some velvet throw pillows, you can have a fleece blanket just over the leather couch, right, just to make it more warm, right? Those are some of the little things that you can do. And also another thing, it is having carpets. Carpets are important. Like, I feel like I hate, not that hate is a strong word, but I have this sort of dislike for like just plain tiles. So I like having carpets in my space, which is very, very important for me. And also another thing, lighting. Like, I hate harsh lighting, but then yeah, I like warm lighting. I like warm lights, which works for me. So it's more of buying items that feel some sort of warmth, soft, that brings some sort of softness to the space. I feel like for me, that's coziness, because I can't necessarily be like, oh, okay, buy a specific light, use a specific couch. I can't say that because we all have different styles, we all like different things. So it's just getting stuff that are more me, something that is on brand for me. Because for me, I love colors, I like bright things. I really love color. So whatever I get, it must be bright. I love color because color makes me happy. So I can't be like, oh no, get something colorful to make you feel warmth. No. Like, what if you like nudes? What if you like browns? You can still work that. You can still work with those colors to create something more cozy for you. And also, like, I taught myself not to focus too much on what's on the internet, right? I don't focus on what the world defines as cozy, because at the end of the day, this is my space. I must be comfortable in this space, so I can't be creating something because, oh, it's trending to have the specific light, the specific blanket, or if I don't have those, like, my life won't be cozy, because it gets a bit tricky, especially if you are a content creator too, because I create content, right? And in most of my content, I like using the term cozy, right? And I've realized that my definition of cozy, on how I see cozy, doesn't look the same like with other creators, right? But I've told myself that, okay, this is me, this is my channel, this is my content. I'm gonna do things my way because I'm bringing what's within, right? these are my ideas, right? I can't be something that I'm not. I can't be fake, because at the end of the day, it's gonna cost me, because you can't keep up with everything that's out there. Based on the definition of cozy, right? It touches on three things, which is warmth, comfort, and relaxation. So those are the three things that you need to think of if you're gonna create a cozy space or a cozy life for yourself. Think of those three things. So number one, with comfort, right? You have to focus on things that make you comfortable, right? For example, with me, you see the way I'm dressed right now? I'm comfortable in the way I'm dressed because the weather is cold outside, right? And I'm sitting and I'm recording comfortably because I'm wearing a crocheted hat, I'm wearing a knitted sweater, and there's this jersey and a tracksuit pants. So I'm not feeling cold. So because I'm not feeling cold, I'm comfortable. There's nothing that's making me uncomfortable. So if something doesn't bring comfort, then it's not gonna bring in some sort of coziness, right? Let's say, for example, you wanna buy a couch, and before you buy the couch, okay, you try it out, you sit on it, and it feels a bit rigid, it feels a bit stiff. So would you wanna buy that couch? No, you won't buy it because it doesn't bring comfort. So think of that whatever that you get for your space or for your life or for whatever you get for your space or as clothing, it has to make you feel comfortable. The second aspect, right, it is warmth. So if something doesn't give you any form of warmth, it feels very harsh, it feels very cold, you wouldn't want to get it. It's the same with clothes, right? I'm wearing this jersey over here. It doesn't bring warmth. It doesn't. So in order for it to be warm, I had to put on something else underneath it. You get it? So that's what I'm saying. Warmth is important too, right? And also when you think of warmth comes in different ways. You can use warm colors when it comes to your painting around your space, or you can wear warm clothes, or you can use warm lighting too. Anything that brings some sort of warmth. And for me, I love warm colors a lot, especially colors that I love orange, I love yellow. Yeah, I love them all together, and I love red too. I feel like those three colors blended together, for me, they create some sort of warmth in some way. Yeah, I love those colors a lot. But most importantly, if there's a color that I love so much, it is burnt orange. That's a very beautiful color. I love that color so much. Maybe that's why I love autumn. The third aspect is relaxation. So you must be able to relax. You must be able to feel relaxed in your own space, right? So imagine if you're sitting on a couch or you're sitting in your home and you're looking around, you're like, okay, this place doesn't feel so relaxing, right? So imagine when you go to a spa, right? The feeling that you get when you're at a spa. That's the feeling that you should get when you're in your own home, right? Relaxation is important. If something doesn't make you feel relaxed, then it's not for you, because you're trying to achieve a cozy lifestyle. So relaxation is important too. So the top three things that you need to remember, it is comfort, warmth, and relaxation. So if it doesn't touch on those three things, then it's not gonna bring any form of coziness. It doesn't matter the style that you have, the aesthetic that you have, but then as long as you have those three things, you can create a cozy life for yourself. Like it's just as simple as that. Like everything at the end of the day, it is a feeling. It is how you want to feel when you get to your space. It's not about how it looks like. And I feel like that's another thing that most people, they focus on, that, oh, if it looks cozy, then it must be cozy. Nah, that doesn't work, because as I've mentioned from the definition, coziness is a feeling of, right? Comfort, warmth, and relaxation. So it's all about how you feel. It's not about how it looks like, right? Because look, when you look at my home, right? I don't know if you've watched my videos, but if you haven't, I hope that you will check out my channel. You can see that it's not the nicest home, right? It doesn't have a lot of fancy stuff, or it doesn't have nicer stuff, or I don't have a lot of things, but then it's a cozy, inviting space. And I know that if another person were to visit me, they would feel that same feeling of coziness, because that is the aim for my space. And that is the one thing that I focus on. And I understand that it is a feeling. It's more than just the furniture. It is more than just the aesthetic or how it looks. It is a feeling. So we have come to the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed the video and you learned something about coziness and creating a cozy lifestyle. And I hope that you enjoyed watching me color. And if you enjoyed this video, please do ensure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe. Until we meet again.